Hi, welcome to Authentic Alignment. My name is Anita and I want to talk about affirmations. If you haven't heard of affirmations before, they often sound something like I radiate joy and positivity and confidence. I am getting closer to my goals every day. I'm capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. I deserve everything that I want in this lifetime, and so on. They can be about anything. To affirm is to state that something is true, and the aim of affirmations is to repeat a sort of mantra in a way, or these beliefs or statements so much that our minds adopt them as our new reality and belief. Because after all, what is a belief? It is just a thought that we kept repeating until we believed it to be true. So likewise, we've learned some shitty beliefs in the past that we've carried on with us into adulthood. Maybe you're not an adult yet, that's fine. That we've carried with us for a very long time, and often it's just automatic. We haven't even reassessed these behaviors, or maybe we've been deflated and just thought, oh, it's just who I am, I can't change it. However, with neuroscience and the growth mindset, it is totally possible to rewire our brains. Joe Dispenza, who is this neuroscience guru who marries sort of like spiritual knowledge in a way with hard science and facts. And what's beautiful is that he blends these two modalities together. And Joe Dispenza says that by the time that we're 30, 90% of our behaviors and thoughts are on autopilot. Maybe that's not what he said verbatim, but you get the point. We are just walking on autopilot for most of the day, 90% of the day almost. That's quite sad. It almost, in a way, feels like we don't have free will. So what we want to do with affirmations is to marry who we were or are and close the gap between who we are and our past beliefs that may no longer serve us with our new, I don't want to say improved or upgraded, but our more aligned higher self. That's what we want to do. And affirmations is just one tool. I'm not saying it's the be all and end all that will 100% get you there, but it's just one of many different techniques or approaches to aligning with our potential or higher selves, or, going after the life that we want. Just taking the steps to get there. What's really positive is that science has actually tried to catch up with these sort of theories, and they found that when people do practice affirmations repeatedly, because it is a practice and it's something that we need to upkeep, especially if we're trying to undo, say, decades of repeated, etched in beliefs in our brain. We need to practice these new beliefs so that we create these new neural patterns, and the old ones sort of just shrivel up and hopefully die in a way, so that we can just embark and keep on with this better, uplifting belief and the person that we want to be or already are. We just need to strip away the cobwebs. And also, what's also encouraging is that if you think about most cognitive talk-based therapies, they aim to get us to identify sort of maladaptive thought patterns and give us ways, or provide us with the support to get us to the self that we want to be. So in a way, affirmations are also a technique used in, say, counseling and some psychotherapy as well. And What's also definitely worth mentioning with affirmations, we are always choosing positive affirmations. They're never going to be negative. We don't want to imprint more of that in our minds. We're planting these little seeds of affirmations that will eventually become who we are. And what's really important about keeping in mind the power of words, because words, after all, are just frequency and vibration and sound. And Dr. Emoto, I'm not sure if you've heard about this guy, but he studied patterns in water, and he spoke different words to water and froze these samples and then observed them under a microscope. And what his findings show us is the power of words and how that vibrationally, anatomically affects the physical world. So when he spoke words of loving, positive, inclusive intention to words like love and gratitude, and you get the gist. The patterns the snowflakes made were so beautiful, like classic snowflakes that you would see. And when he spoke negative, discordant words to the water samples and froze them, he found that they were they almost looked diseased, if you can say snowflakes look diseased. And he did the same with music when he played classical music versus heavy metal. And he even found this with tap water and filtered water and so on. He did this with plants as well, but it's amazing. The bottom line is, even if we can't see words, obviously they have an impact on us. When you have cheerleaders and the people who really encourage and uplift you and love you and give you words of affirmation, which is also a love language, you feel it. You feel warm and fuzzy and more expansive and bright. And when you hear someone talking shit behind your back, when you get backstabbed, when someone criticizes you in a really mean way, not constructively, but like a really mean boss, or bullying, and you know what I mean. Now, the practical part, we want to state our affirmations in the present because we want our minds to think that we are already this person who believes these things. These are just our thoughts. If you're really skeptical, like I used to be, and I still can be skeptical, what helps almost trick our minds, our conscious minds can't be tricked, but we implant these seeds of change in our subconscious minds. So how we do that is to access an altered state of consciousness. So when we are awake, we are in beta. And when we are deeply relaxed, we go into alpha. And we access the alpha brainwave state when we're in deep relaxation. So when we meditate, for example, or do very deep muscle relaxation exercises, or pranayama, breath work that activates our parasympathetic nervous system, and we stay in that state for a while until we're very, very calm. I get into that state sometimes in meditation, and it just feels like, whoa, my reality has slowed down a lot, and it's like a much slower brainwave state. So from alpha, we can also access a level deeper called theta. We get to that state again through even deeper relaxation, and we can access it through, say, yoga nidra. I will be doing some yoga nidra recordings, so hopefully by the time you watch this, I will have linked it. Otherwise, what's interesting about yoga nidra is that there is actually an element of implanting a intention or affirmation. It's called the Sankalpa, which is basically a mantra that you repeat a few times when you're already relaxed, but you are guided into an even deeper state of relaxation by the practitioner. Yoga Nidra takes you from awakeness to a state called hypnagogic state, which is between sleeping and wakefulness. So yeah, that's really interesting, and I'd highly recommending doing Yoga Nidra if you feel burnt out or you just need a little bit of a pick-me-up sometimes. So that is how you can boost or maximize the effects of affirmations, by changing that state of consciousness so that your brain and your mind is more receptive to these new beliefs, because our minds, they have an agenda and a mind of their own, don't they? So it's best we do everything we can to work with it. Lastly, I just want to reiterate that affirmations can be done on anything, any theme, whether it's self-confidence related, money related, or so on. And in a way, it almost sort of relates to law of attraction, because what you focus on is what you get. And if you constantly focus on these uplifting, sort of improved ways of thinking, you are going to attract better things in your life by being more open and positive and so on. If you enjoyed this video or got something out of it, please like it and share it if you know anyone that might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm just a new little seedling here on the masses of other channels on YouTube. So thank you for watching if you watched all the way. And if you ever have ideas or requests for different themed affirmation videos and recordings, I would be very happy to look into it and develop it. Yeah, thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.